Pass the FTMO challenge using this super simple trading strategy. Alright, so before I get right into this strategy, please let me know down below in the comment section what prop firm are you trading for. Do you trade for FTMO, my Forex funds, the Fund the Trader? There's so many prop firms out there and I really want to know what you guys prefer. So that being said, please let me know down below what's your favorite prop firm and what's the prop firm that you are currently trading for, okay? And of course, if you're not trading for any prop firms and you're just trading on your own personal account, you can still use this strategy, okay? Just let me know down below, hey man, I'm just trading on my own personal account. I like to trade on my personal account more because of X, okay? Just let me know your opinion. I'm very curious to see it. All right, so now let's get right into this strategy. This strategy is super simple to use. The only indicator you need is the RSI, Relative Strength Index. You just select this one, Relative Strength Index, you click on it, it's gonna appear on your chart. You just go on it, click settings, and you just remove the RSI based moving average, and you just leave the settings at default, okay? 70 and 30 for the RSI upper and lower band, and that's literally it, okay? Now let's talk about the entry rules. I'm gonna keep it super simple and super straight to the point, but after you watch this video, make sure to test this strategy yourself to get the hang of it, okay? Do not take this for granted. Go ahead, test it, see if you enjoy it, and then proceed further. All right, so with this strategy, what you have to see is a RSI oversold or overbought level being breached on the 2-hour time frame, okay? But sorry, we actually have to have the RSI upper band at 75 and lower band at 25, okay? So this is the only thing you have to adjust. Then you click OK on the RSI, and once you have that, you will then go on the M15, okay? So we work with the 2-hour in relationship with the M15 time frame, and on the M15 we will look for a entry, okay? So once we see, let me actually use a live example, okay? I will use a live example from the market that just played out. Literally, I think this was from last week. Yeah, this was Tuesday last week. So I'm literally using a very good example because this is literally from the recent price action, okay? So right here on the 2-hour, we can see that we are oversold, okay? We are above the 75 on the RSI, so that's our signal that we need to go on the M15, and once we go on the M15, what do we need to look for? We just don't need to look at the RSI anymore, okay? On the M15, we just look at the market structure, and we want to see two things. We either want to see a market pattern on the M15, like a M pattern. These are pretty much the patterns I like M or double tops. They're literally the same, or a head and shoulders. These are the only paths. These are the only patterns I look for. So a head and shoulder, or a M formation or a double top on the M15 to enter a sell, or the third thing I want to look for is a structure break. Basically, price is moving upwards. Then I see a structure break, retrace, and that's when I enter the sell in my direction, okay? This is very simple. If we get more than one, we'll have more than one entry. So that's why risk management is also key, okay? Make sure you use a proper risk management and you risk the same percentage on each trade, because otherwise, trust me, it's very hard for you to gain consistency and profitability. All right, so the same goes for buys. So if, let's say, on the 2-hour, we will get a oversold, this is a overbought. This is a overbought scenario, so we prepare to enter a sell. But on the flip side, when we get a oversold scenario, we will prepare to look for a buy. Okay, so now we are overbought. We prepare to look for a sell. But if the RSI would have reached the 25 level, then we would have looked for a buy because we know that we've been oversold. Okay, that's our edge. That's literally our edge with the strategy. And then on the M15, we would look for these patterns. Okay, on the flip side, we would look for a W formation or a double bottom. Also, for the people that do not have time to trade Forex every single day or still struggle being profitable while trading Forex, but still want to get setups like this, I highly recommend you check out my free signal group on Telegram. The link is down below. This setup was literally sent today. It was a buy limit pending order. All we do is send pending orders, because like this, every single one of you will be able to make profits from the signals. And this one was sent in the VIP. Of course, if you want to upgrade to the VIP, where we do VIP live weekly coaching sessions every single week, you can do that from the free signal group. Okay, enjoy and thank me later. We would look for a inverse head and shoulders, or we would look for a break of structure to the upside, which would look something like this. Okay, we would look for a break, retrace, and that's when we would enter a buy right here. Okay, that's literally it. It's literally the same thing, but on the flip side. So now let's play this example live and see where I would have got in. Okay, so now we are on the M15. We just ignore the RSI. We can just close it. We just ignore it. And then what we look for is one of those three patterns. All right, so let's see if we get something here. Okay, so pausing the market right here, we can see that we have a double top formation that formed right here. And right after this double top formation, we could have entered a sell right on this bearish engulfing right here. We could have entered a sell here. The stop loss could have been right above it. And then take profit, it is literally up to you. I would pretty much aim for liquidity. But what I mean by that, I would aim for imbalance. Okay, we have imbalance here in the market. So I would probably aim for this area right here, which would give me a nice 8 risk to reward ratio. Let's see if we get another entry though. Okay, we play the market. Oh, stop loss hit. No worries. So we would have got a stop loss right there. Let me use the bar replay. So we have a -1R, but check this out. We have another double top. Okay, so the entry is still valid. All we have to look for is a candlestick pattern. And we do have a candlestick pattern. A engulfing right here. Stop loss right above once again. And the targets remain the same. Right here, this time it's a 6R. So let's play the market. We can also see that we got a break of structure. Okay, so this is the second type of entry we could look for. And now we could enter based off a retracement. So we can use the fib level for this one. And we could enter based off a retracement. Based on a retracement, sorry. Let's adjust the fib. Oh, sorry. I'm doing it live with you so that you can understand and be able to then test it. Okay, so now what I look for the fib is the 60 or the 78 level to get touched, and that's when I would start looking for a candlestick pattern in my direction. So right here I would look for a sell, and okay, bearish candlestick pattern, bearish engulfing. I would enter another trade right here. So right now we would have been in 2 sells. Stop loss for this one above this high, not above the initial one, and take profit would have been the same, which is right here for a 6.4R. And now we have 2 entries, because we entered with type 1, which was the double top, and we entered with the we entered with the market structure as well, with the break of structure. And now we have 2 sell entries. Okay, so let's play the market and see what happened. Okay, right, so we're going in profit. We're running in profit, and targets were smashed right there for a nice win. I think this was a 6.3R and 6R. That's a 12R win, but of course we lost 1R before with that stop loss, and in total I think this would have been a 11R gain just from this setup alone. All right, so we are back. As we just discussed, these 2 trades both hit the take profit for a nice 12R win in total. But of course, we also got a stop loss here because we got stopped out right there. And in total, this would have been a nice 11R gain. Of course, this won't happen every single day. But if you choose a decent amount of pairs, I would say between 3 or 4 pairs would be okay. You can browse through them on a daily basis, and you will see that this could actually become a strategy that you would like using, and that it could also help you bring consistent results. Okay, and of course eventually pass the FTMO challenge. So to do a quick recap, once again, all we have to do is on the 2-hour time frame, we have to look for the RSI being overbought or oversold, overbought if it's above the 75 level, or oversold if it's below the 25 level. After that, what we have to do is go on the M15, and on the M15 we would have to look for one of the three scenarios. We would look for a double top formation or M formation. We could look for a head and shoulders, or we could look for a break of structure in the market, which would look something like this. When we are in an uptrend, we would break structure. Then with the fib level, we would look for a entry around the discount levels, the 60 and the 78. Then we would look for a candlestick pattern, and that's when we would enter the trade. On the flip side, for the buys, it's going to be the exact same thing. Okay, so that being said, make sure you are subscribed to not miss out on future strategies like this one. And as always, if there's any questions, please let me know down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.